Javed Iqbal, also known as the Butcher of Lahore, was a notorious serial killer from Pakistan. His crimes shocked the nation and gained international attention due to their horrific nature and the scale of his brutality. Here is the detailed story of Javed Iqbal. Javed Iqbal was born in Punjab, Pakistan in 1956. Growing up, he experienced a troubled childhood, reportedly suffering from emotional and psychological trauma. These early experiences may have contributed to his later criminal behavior. Javed Iqbal's criminal career began in the late 1980s when he started committing petty crimes. He was involved in theft and extortion, often targeting vulnerable individuals. However, his criminal activities soon escalated to more gruesome and disturbing levels. In the mid-1990s, Iqbal began carrying out a series of gruesome murders targeting young boys in the city of Lahore. Javed Iqbal committed a series of horrifying acts that shook the entire nation. He abducted and killed over 100 young boys between the ages of 6 and 16 in a spree that lasted several months. The details of his crimes were both shocking and appalling. He lured his victims, mostly street children or runaways, with promises of food, money, or other incentives before subjecting them to unimaginable horrors. Rather than simply killing his victims, Iqbal devised a sinister plan to torture them before their deaths. He would abduct the boys, take them to his house, and chain them in a small room in the basement. There, he would subject them to prolonged and sadistic acts of violence and sexual abuse. During this period, Iqbal kept detailed diaries chronicling his crimes. These diaries later became critical evidence in the investigation against him. In his writings, he described in chilling detail the methods he employed to inflict suffering on his victims. What made Javed Iqbal's crimes even more horrific was his method of disposal. After torturing the boys, Iqbal would eventually strangle them to death. He then dismembered their bodies using a butcher's knife. The remains were disposed of in vats of hydrochloric acid in an attempt to dissolve the evidence. The heinous nature of Iqbal's crimes came to light in 1999 when he sent a letter to the authorities and several newspapers confessing to the murders and detailing the location of the bodies. In the letter, he claimed to have killed 100 boys and expressed his desire to surrender himself. The authorities took the letter seriously and launched an investigation. The police followed the information provided by Iqbal, which led them to a house in Lahore's Shadbagh area, where they discovered evidence supporting his claims. They found human remains, chains, and diaries containing the horrific accounts of his crimes. The public outcry and horror over the Javed Iqbal case were unprecedented in Pakistan's history. The authorities launched an intense investigation, and the media covered the case extensively. Eventually, Javed Iqbal was apprehended when a close associate revealed his involvement. He was arrested on December 30, 1999, and the scale of his crimes shocked the entire nation. Javed Iqbal was arrested and charged with multiple counts of murder, kidnapping, and sexual assault. The trial gained significant media attention, and the public was both horrified and fascinated by the details that emerged. During the trial, Iqbal pleaded guilty to the murders, stating that he had committed these acts as a form of revenge against society for its mistreatment of street children. He expressed no remorse for his actions and argued that his crimes were a reflection of the society's moral decay. In 2000, Javed Iqbal was found guilty on 100 counts of murder and multiple other charges. The court sentenced him to death by hanging for his heinous crimes. However, before the sentence could be carried out, Iqbal was found dead in his prison cell in October 2001. The cause of his death was reported as suicide. The case of Javed Iqbal remains one of the most horrific and shocking criminal episodes in Pakistan's history. It highlighted the need for stricter measures to protect children and exposed the deep-rooted issues of child abuse and exploitation in the country. The tragedy of Javed Iqbal's crimes serves as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance and the pursuit of justice to protect the innocent.